just to recap, I left Virginia the beginning of last month. It is May 4th, so I just started heading north. I took the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, I believe it's called. It takes you to the eastern shore. Kept going, looking for work and looking for cooler temperatures, and I wasn't finding anything. Then I shot up to Canton, New York. Then I came back down. I landed in the Fishkill Beacon area for a week, and that was all right. I mean, it had a beauty about it for sure, but it was very tight. Like, just had this feeling of being one of the sardines, trying to pack in there with everybody else. And I went east to Connecticut, and like, that's it, I'm done. So I left. I went west. I jetted through Pennsylvania. Wasn't feeling any Pennsylvania at all. And got to Ohio, Youngstown. And it was hot, humid. I'm like, oh crap, what is this? And next day I tried to work and there wasn't any work. And I'm like, fine, I'm going to go to a big city. Went to Cleveland, worked in a very bad area. And then I went southwest and voila, a lot of good work, decent area. Something told me go northeast. Went to the other side of Cleveland. Jackpot. Beautiful, vibing with it. Alright, here we go. If you can hear me, it is another run through the Appalachians. This is via the state of Pennsylvania. Oh my gosh, my ears. Ah! Apparently a tornado blazed through Nebraska, crossing the I-80. Alright, let's not go there. I'm only trying to get out of Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is this huge long stretch, whether you're going north-south or east-west, and you have to cross through the Appalachians, whatever direction you're going. It's just miles and miles of mountains and mountains, and a lot of nothingness. Day 2, driving through the Appalachians. But I figured out what works. So if I crack all 4 windows, at least, a few centimeters, if I do it an inch or 2, then I'm constantly rolling them up and down. But if I leave it like that, it's not creating too much drag, and it's allowing my ears to acclimate to all the, see, here we go, on a decline, incline, up, down, up. 2 more hours of this. Just 2. We can do it! distress once I realized what was going on in my finances last night. If I had known what was going on with my finances, I wouldn't be here right now. You know, I made a couple mistakes. Human. Except the strange thing is, it feels like these mistakes were meant to be. I could sit here and go, oh, things are great. God knew what was best for me in this path. And chill out, girl. Like, money ain't no thing. Money's an object. Money's nothing in God's world. What a frenzied few days it's been. Got the bills covered, and I appreciate the help. I didn't do it without help. I just wanted to take note of how weird and random this is. So I'm walking at a local park, and it smells like a fire, sure enough. Random fire in the middle of the day. It is like 80, 81, but it doesn't feel like it. Actually, it feels like 70 at the most. Just we've hopped to the biggity back. Alright, I'm gonna speak Frank. Or should I say speak Isabella? The kind of grief that I carry isn't that of losing someone to death. It's grief nonetheless. When you lose somebody you love that much, it tears you up. My car was just in the hospital. What fan is? The cooling fan. There's two actually. Never shut off. The odds of finding this part in a junkyard are kind of remote, at least up here in the north. He said you can no longer order this part. It is obsolete. And even if you go down south and find a junkyard, he said something about the wiring's probably going to be severed and you need the wiring completely intact. Had to tell him this because the driver's side window. You know, I mean, she's holding together and she's been very good to me. Is my camera having problems? Does my camera need to go to the hospital now? The whole last video disappeared. I feel like my car has a boo-boo. That's how I feel. I kind of like don't want to drive it, knowing there's something wrong. Gotta go with my gut. Gut says, it's okay. It's okay. You are okay. Before I wash my dirty hair, I've made a decision. Which scissors? I'm going to part it down the middle, braid it, cut it. It's too much. So I want it to my shoulders. So I was approaching a bridge toward what looked like a wall of white. The freeway on the ground looked white. Like, I thought, oh, okay, it was raining. The ground is still wet. It's reflecting light. Rewind. I was approaching some hills where there was like clouds very close to these hills. But I didn't think it would be like it was. I thought maybe foggy, you know? So all of a sudden, I enter the white wall of rain, and it's coming down so hard and so fast, and I'm going 65. You can't slam on the brakes. You're going to cause an accident. But it was a whiteout. I could see almost nothing. I was focused so hard on finding a white line or brake lights, and put my emergency lights on because I was trying to slowly brake to a comfortable speed. All I could do was went into panic, and then we came out the other side of this white wall of rain. I'm so excited. I'm like, yes, a woman did it. She did her own tune-up. Like, I've always wanted to learn how to change my own oil, but now it's like within my reach. Not sure what that is. Oh, we'll just take a look. Oh, like, oh, whoa. That's one thing I love about my car is I'm low enough and the windows are low enough that it's the most perfect bird watching vessel. All right, here we are going to an unnamed location that I found on iOverlander, and I just want to give that resource props. I really need to get away. I just need to shut off, completely shut off. There might not even be reception, which means I'll have quiet and can absorb some more what I've been learning lately on my ACA group. I don't know what I would do without them. You know, this group helped save my life. I'm not exactly sure where I am. Slightly north of Erie and then south. That's about all I know. All right, getting water for the pasta that I'm going to make. Not technically pasta, but it is made from rice, and I don't do gluten except on rare occasions. I feel like the paper helps my produce last longer. Certain produce items, like the mushrooms, did well in here. So I'm going to add some green onion to this tomato pesto sauce. It's just a little different when I don't have to put my Reflectix up. Of course, I'm wondering if a branch is gonna fall. But I haven't gone outside and enjoyed it much. I was inside doing things to the inside of the car, cleaning and stuff. Alright, it's my favorite breakfast these days. Again, oatmeal, brown sugar, walnuts, and this time I have real butter, not plant butter. So, it's delicious. So we have two problems now. We have this fan here and this fan here. They don't turn off, and that's because the mechanic showed me, and I'll continue this in a sec. Alright, I'm no expert, but I suspect a coolant leak, and sure enough, that's all I have to point with. I can see pink right here and fresh liquid here. It's coming from somewhere up in here. Also, I checked with some tissue, and down in here we have some coolant that has pooled. Wow, I'm filling this up a lot. Where's the coolant going? And so there's pink on this. Well, and I'm like, oh great, what do I do? Because I'm no expert. I don't know what just happened, how or why. I think the best word for it is surrender. It's hard to explain, but I recognize going into ego survival mode. I mean, there's a difference if there's a bear right there and it's charging me. I need to go into survival, right? ASAP. But I sit here and I try to come up with a plan using all my own ideas to fix any kind of problem. And here today, we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. And although I don't know what the solution is, I know how to make the problem worse. And I ran to Cleveland to make money. And I worked some ghetto areas. And afterward, I'm like, oh crap, what if I broke down and was stuck in that environment? I would have been dead meat. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm done. Done going in that direction. I'm turning around. I surrender. I wonder why we're not good stewards. Spots that I've gotten to where there's trash. Sad. There's like a spirit though, for sure. There is a spirit. A vibe. And like, all I have to do is open the door. And I feel it. Then I close the door and it shuts it off. That's my truth. Okay, we have left Stockton State Park. Believe it or not, there's free camping at this state park. But the cooling fans haven't been coming on. And I have a coolant leak. And I'm praying to the universe right now that it's okay. I'm headed straight over to the Toyota dealer. Ooh, what is that? It's a mouse. No, it's not. It looked like a little hamster gerbil type fuzzy. Wait a second. It had a stripe down the side of its body, but it was no bigger than a mouse. Although I was watching the temperature gauge like a hawk, I was settled and calm and said, well, it's not overheating. Okay, alright, we're good. Okay, this is odd, but good. I'm in shock and confusion right now. I passed up the dealer and I pull up and the cooling fans are on. What the heck is going on here? Mind blown. The flip is going on here. Oh boy. What in the world, universe? What are you saying? Dude, do you believe in miracles? This is nothing short of a miracle. How is my car working? Why did I mess up and not stop by at the dealership? And what's funny is I opened myself up this morning to miracles. I'm like, all right, universe, let's see what you got, you know? You're gonna take care of this. You're gonna take care of me. Dude, I'm blown away. I'm blown away. I had the most profound experience of deja vu up there in the library. It was one of those kind that was more than deja vu. I've dreamed it. I know I've dreamed it. And it was when I was searching for a heart to put at the end of the video, that, you know, because I really want people to know that they're watching my videos, that any support they offer means a lot. And yet, in the trying to give, it's hot. I received in that moment. I felt such a love. It was huge. And I just soaked it in. I just drank it up. And I eternally appreciate anyone who participates and walks alongside this journey with me.